Gotcha. All right, let's get to the conversation where you guys decided he was going to get the CEO title, because I noticed that he got the CEO job and you got the CMO job. Walk us through how you decided that, and are you guys 50-50 now, or do would you split the business up, or how'd you set it up on the cap table?
Yeah. So we're not quite 50-50. He's got more than I do.
Okay.
But because he had more revenue and he had a little bit more cash to inject in.
Oh, I see. Okay. So when you guys merged, you actually put some cash in as well. What, for marketing or for sales, or
Just for stability and for
operating capital?
operating capital. Yeah. So we put about
Okay.
$100,000, I think we had to start with.
Okay, now so this is a key, I think, for the listeners. I just want to dig here just a little bit on the interview, because I think this is important.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, I think, especially in the service business and even for recruiting, right? Your wife can probably relate. I don't know if she's on her own or she works for somebody else, but whether you own an advertising firm, marketing, I don't know, whatever, you own a plumbing business, whatever. I noticed you guys service a lot of construction companies too.
Mm-hmm.
So often, you meet somebody that you could merge with, and it probably makes sense to merge, but there's that ego and the whole thing of like, well, this is my thing. I'm in charge of my own business. And I have met so many other recruiters that have a little business. And I'm always telling them, I'm like, listen, man, come on, let's do something together. Let's make it grow bigger. But nobody wants to give up control. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to give up the CEO chair, the ego thing. So I want you to talk. How did you go there? How did you let yourself do that?
So at the end of the day was what we did was we both made a couple, list of things like what you got to get something out of it. What would be the point?
Right.
So for me, I had to write down a couple things. What do I want out of this?
Okay.
So for me, it was more money.
Yep.
Which maybe not now, but I'm looking for more money.
Yep.
And then, I have a wife and 2 young kids now. So, more time.
I saw a beautiful family, by the way. I stalked you down on Facebook, just so you know.
Okay. Thank you. Make sure you add me up there. We'll,
I will, man. I will. Sorry, I got you off track. Yeah, I saw
you're fine.
I saw the skydiving videos and everything. It's cool stuff. Anyway, you were looking. I wanted more, so I wanted more money. Yeah, go ahead.
So I was like, well, what do I really want? So again, when my company at a nice spot was, project to project, and I was just kind of getting frustrated to grow past $1 million. I wanted to do that quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm a people person. I'm a talker. I'm a connector. I can sell. I can do all that stuff.
Right.
I'm not a task person. I'm not a process person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a project manager type of person. Eric is all those things. But what I say, I want more money and I want more time.
Okay.
The question is, for both me and him sitting down, can we do this faster together than we can by ourselves?
Yeah. Can you get to more money and more time faster? Got it. Yep.
And then, yeah, exactly. And then have our company running on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Because here we got redundancy. I can run the company. I mean, I'm not the CEO because I didn't want that title, and it makes sense for him to have that, and I'll get to that in a second. But if he's off for a month, we're fine. We have this play. The company's running very smoothly.
Good.
I can take over anything he's doing. Of course, I'd have to learn some things and get into what he's doing on a daily basis, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
But we have backup. The other thing was, with him having his strengths and my strengths, we can grow this thing to 10 million, 50 million, 100 million. By myself, I didn't know if I could do that or not.
Yeah. And I think the listeners need to understand, if you are going to partner with somebody, they need to complement your skill sets, right? I mean, they need to be strong at stuff you're not. And
absolutely.
I think that's so important.
I call us yin and yang all the time. So we are different, but it's a good thing. And I say it all the time. And, me and him have a podcast. It's a daily entrepreneurial podcast every single day. And my episode will be one day, his is the next day. and we might talk about the same topic and we have different views, different ideas, different thoughts, but that's what makes it interesting. And then me and him get to talk about on a weekly basis about what should we decide to do or what should we do here. And we both bring different perspectives, and then come to a conclusion at the end of the day. What to do.
And you feel, and it feels good. It was okay. I guess that's another good thing for the listeners to hear. Like, if you're going to partner with somebody and you got to take 49% and they get 51, it can work out. It will be okay if it helps you get to your ultimate goals. And your goal was, hey, I want more time for my family and I want to make a little more money. And if this can get me there faster, I'm okay with that, as long as I'm partnered with the right person.
Absolutely. I think, running your own ship is one thing, but it's very lonely there at the top.
You got that right.
Me and him have one-on-one. We have lunch every week and sit down and talk, not even about business stuff all the time. But it's just, you're not on your own. And again, with us together with different strengths, we're scaling this thing pretty fast right now.
The Riderflex podcast can be heard just about anywhere these days, but you can visit riderflex.com/podcast to learn more about us and become a supporter of the show. Send your comments and suggestions for future topics to the email address podcast@riderflex.com, or leave us a voicemail at 888-964-5876 extension 710. Thanks so much for listening and have a great day.